tremendous looking trophy.
Hello and welcome to Platinum Explosion, number one PlayStation podcast in the Oceanias. My name's Don Blight, and joining me, as always, Ashley Hobley.
Hey John, I'm excited to be here for another perfect episode of Platinum Explosion.
I was nearly going to just start the show going, meow, 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 meow,
Meow,
meow,
meow,
meow,
Yeah.
meow, meow, big mouse. Hashtag meow, meow, meow. Yeah, I don't know. This week in the trophy cabinet, hit a platinum, strays out. Strays out. That's it. That's all I got for you. Woo.
It's out right now.
Yeah, it's out. You can play it, actually. Well, the funniest thing is, so this comes out tomorrow, so by the time you listen to this, everything is 100% out,
24 hours.
et cetera, all that sort of stuff. But, like, as of now, in Australia, it's out, right? So it's on the PlayStation Store, you can download it, you can play it, go for gold. I don't know, like...
I just installed it.
Okay, very good, very good.
I've got the brightness thing up. I didn't realize when you have it, like, open on the how long to go downloading thing is, it just launches it.
Oh, right. Yeah, because they think you're sitting there going, like...
We were waiting this entire time, yeah.
Play the game. So I think maybe it doesn't come, maybe it's not out in Steam yet, or like an American PlayStation Store yet, because the embargo for like guides and stuff and whatever, it's like 6 o'clock Australian time, like Tuesday night, whereas the review embargo time was different. So I assume that's set for the actual launch of the game. But it's one of those weird things where I'm like, well, the game's out. Like, you know, well, it's out in Australia at least. So,
yeah, it's Steam says it's another 15, 16 hours.
Yeah, so there you go. And because of the length of the game, everyone in Australia can play it by the time it's out in America.
Okay, before you start, how long?
Took me, I would say, well, let me put it this way. There is a trophy, and I hate it. I hate that it exists in this game. There's a trophy for speedrunning the game in 2 hours. This is not the kind of game I feel like is going to be fun to speedrun. I don't really want to even try and platinum this game. It's not really, like, I think they'll completely ruin the enjoyment for me for this game. I'll get to everything I liked about the game in a second, but this trophy is dumb, right? Don't speedrun the game. I think on average, most people would take somewhere around, I'll say 4 to 6 hours, depending on how much exploring and stuffing around you're doing and stuff like that. But I would say 4 to 6 hours. But yes, technically, the game's not worth any money. Everyone's getting it for fucking free anyway. You can, if you can beat it in like 2 hours. But yeah, I'd say 4 to 6 hours. It took me 5, I think. 5. So
okay.
I feel like, but I didn't complete all the side quests. Like at some stage, I was struggling to find some stuff, and then I just decided, side quests in quotation marks, just like extra stuff I was trying to do. But at some stage, I just decided to move on for the sake of beating the game so I could get my review out, which I still struggled to do on time. I literally beat the game Monday morning, woke up early, beat it Monday morning before work, went to work, came home, had to watch Westworld. Then wrote the review.
Shout out to Bevanwell.
And then wrote the review. So like, I didn't have time to fuck around. But yeah, I'll take but yeah. So it's not long. You can beat it in a day. You can beat it in an afternoon. You're good. But yeah, Stray is out. So the game, I don't know, like, would you say you have an understanding of what the game is or what you think the game is? Or like, do you reckon based off the trailers, most people have an idea of like
it's
what the game
a
is?
puzzle platformer adventure game.
So I would say it's an adventure game. The platform, there's no platforming really, because you're not controlling the jumps. So I wouldn't call it a platformer because all you do is press X and the cat automatically jumps to wherever you want it to go. Right? So you can't fuck up the jumps. You don't have like control over the actual jumping. There are technically puzzles, but it's not like, you know, moving blocks and stuff like that. It's more, and which is why I say it's like it's a third person adventure cat game. It's a Strand game. I don't know. The majority of the game is having to find objects or get access to objects in the world by like either getting something that character needs, but then maybe that character needs something else. Like it's a long list, which is why it reminds me of like, you know, point and click adventure game sort of things. Like, oh, I need to get into this shop to get this hat that this character needs to help me with something else. And to do that, you'll need to distract the people in front of it. Like you need this thing, like do all this sort of stuff. But the story is I'm not going to spoil the first 10 minutes. I've seen the first 10 minutes like posted online already. I'm choosing not to talk about it because I was like, oh wow, like they hadn't shown it in any of the trailers and stuff. I was like, oh, this is cool. So I'm just not going to talk about that. If you've seen it, you've seen it, whatever. But eventually the cat falls down like a big hole and it ends up in like this underground city area thing that we've all seen in the trailers where you've got robots who are just like living out their lives. They've just got this little robot city happening and whatever else. At first, they're scared of you when you first like walk in because they think you're one of these little critter monster things that you've also seen in the trailers that like they chase you. They chase you and they will kill you. Like you can die in the game. They're the only time you can die in the game is if those in the sections with those little critter things and they if too many of them like jump on you and you can't shake them off fast enough, they'll die and you have to restart checkpoint. But at first, they think you're one of those, but then eventually you talk to this dude, and you're like, meow, 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 and he's like, oh, you're not one of them, you're cool. Like, you're just like, I don't know what you are, but you're not one of them, so whatever. You're like, all right, cool, go on with Merry Day. But obviously, the objective of the game is simply, you want to get back up top, like, you want to go back to where you want to get out of this area you've fallen into, you want to go back to the top of the world or whatever, not deep in this underground city and stuff. But so you then meet this other little robot that you've seen in trailers and stuff too. It's like a little floating droid thing. I don't know. It's called B12, but literally think like B whatever. What was that one from last Jedi? Whatever. No, not last Jedi Fallen Order. What was that thing called? I don't know. I can't remember.
B12?
No, this is B12. That thing's like B something else. Anyway, it's the same like size or whatever. You meet this thing and this robot's like, I don't know, like, I've lost my memory and stuff. And also, I'm trying to figure out what happened to the humans. And you're like, meow, meow, meow. Cool story. I just want to get out of here, but come along for a journey. So then you and that robot team up to work together. And then you...
BD1. That's
BD1, there you go, yeah. So it reminded me of that, but... and then along the way, you meet these other robots who are trying to escape. They want to get to the real, quote unquote, real world or, whatever, above ground as well. The reason there's like a whole hierarchy of robots where like they've closed off areas because they're saying like it's not safe to go up there and all this other stuff. And they're trying to be like, no, fuck the system. We should be able to escape. So there's actually like, depending on how much you spend playing around and exploring, like there is a lot of like background politics and stuff happening in this robot city that you can learn about, which is very cool. Again, if you just choose to rush through the game, point A to point B, you'll miss a lot of this because it is a lot of the storytelling is just done through the environment, like stopping to speak to robots, paying attention to what's happening on the streets and like clicking on other things and whatever else. Even what happened to the humans, all of that, primarily all of that's hidden behind the game's one collectible. So at times you can find these little like sparkly dust, I don't know, sort of things. You can see them. If you click on those, the robot will like sort of suck them in and then be like, oh, this picture, it may be like a postcard. And then the robot's like, oh, this postcard, that's right. Humans used to go to the beach and do these things. I remember blah, blah, blah. Before this, like, it's like all these like human sort of things and you get background that way and stuff. But yeah, the gameplay is primarily just explore. There's lots of just, so like you walk into, there's like a few different cities or towns or whatever, and like one of the main ones that you've seen in the trailer where it's like the more like cyberpunky-ish neon sign sort of stuff is maybe like towards the end of the game or halfway through the game or whatever. That's like fairly large, and you can I just spent a lot of time, up and down every alleyway, making sure I didn't miss anything before going to where I even wanted to go. So like there's lots of stuff to find and figure out and do. And the stuff I was saying before about like side quests is even early, like the first little town area that you show up at the very start of the game. For example, there's this dude who can play music. And you like talk to him once and he'll play you a little song and you can like curl up next to him and sleep and just be like, he'll do like a Life is Strange sort of like camera pans out moment or whatever, just chill there. But then you can also find, I think there was like 6 in total different like music notes that you can find hidden throughout, and you can give them to him and he can play different songs for no reason other than just that. Like there's no, it's just for fun. Like that, there's that sort of thing. Yeah. And there was something else too where it's like you had to get like 3 cans of fizzy drink that you could trade to another character to get an item that you could trade to another character I can't remember what it was now, but for something else as well. But these are just like optional things. You know, it's not like a quest log or something. It's just you talk to characters, discover these things, and go about figuring them out. But the thing is, I bet it's just so funny because like I'll be playing the game half the time, and like there's even a section where I'm on a boat, right? This robot's like taking you down a river on a boat and whatever else. And I just sort of think about it because I was like, wait, I'm just playing as a cat. It's just so weird because like it's not like an alien cat or anything. It's just like you're just playing as a cat, but everything else in the game seems so foreign. But the cat just looks like it's just a cat. You know, it's just weird. Like you got all these robot people, you got these alien critters that are trying to kill you. This completely underground city and whatever else, and then it's just like the most ordinary, just a cat. Press circle to meow. Loved it. Pressed it all the time. Meow 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 meow. Go crazy. Something I talk about in my review is how I just like absolutely was a menace anywhere I could. Made a joke at the end of my review saying if you want to play this game as Untitled Cat Game, you can totally do that and just wreak havoc and meow at everyone after knocking everything off their shelves, which is what I did. And I never got bored of doing that because you can walk into, and that's the robot characters it never gets sick of you for some reason. There's even, you can find robot, you'll see them like maybe like sometimes there's people just like walking up and down the street and you can like go between their legs and cause them to fall over. These robots will just like collapse on the floor and they'll look at you and you can then just press a circle to meow and be like, meow. And then they don't say shit. They just get back up and keep walking. And then you can proceed to trip them over again, which is what I would do. And I'll be like, fuck you. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just a menace. And then I'll go into these people's houses and they'll like look at you, and then some of them you can press X or triangle or whatever to, again, you've seen this in the trailer where, you know, you can like purr up against their legs or whatever, and they like have hearty eyes and stuff like that. But then you can proceed to jump on the shelves and just knock everything off. they don't do shit. I'm like, I'm such an asshole, but I'm out to, I don't know, save the world. It's kind of, I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, the game's very good. I very much, I feel like if you've watched the trailers and, you know, like followed it on social media all these years it's been in development, if you've watched any of that stuff and gone, yeah, I just want to this game looks cool. Like I feel like if like what you see is sort of what you get. I don't feel like there's any like hidden, like the game is literally a cat adventure game. There's no like sudden major gameplay changes or anything like that. You're literally just going around exploring. You'll get the most out of this game again the more time you put into it, I think, and like just getting making sure to explore and meet other characters and have fun like that, and or just role playing your cat as an asshole like I did. I don't know. It's up to you. But yeah, have a lot of the reviews I've seen drop like because I went 9. I was like, I don't know if that's too high, but fuck it, I'm going 9. And I saw a bunch of other 9s drop when I woke up this morning, so I was like glad to see I wasn't like outliner. Yeah. But I've seen some 5s as well and stuff like that. Yeah,
there's 4 10 out of 10s on OpenCritic at the moment. A couple of 9.5s, but then there's a lowest score is a 5.5.
Yeah,
or 6 out of 10. So
wow. Yeah,
some people hate cats apparently.
Yeah, no, it's fair. I mean, can be an asshole, so they can be assholes. You can like scratch up shit too, like so. Like you, anytime you see a couch, you can go up to it and just you use L2 R2 to like. You see a rug, you can press like triangle or whatever, and just press L2 R2. Then no point to it. Like it's just cat things. Hashtag.
Cat things. Yeah.
There's literally no reason to. It's just
yeah.
Go scratch up. But yeah, what have you thought of all the stuff? I mean, you've installed it, so obviously you're keen.
I've installed it, so I'm planning to play it. Yeah, I'm very keen to check it out and get, you know, I'm definitely keen to be an arsehole cat. I think that'll be fun. So, is that, although, like you said in your review, there's no photo mode, so I think that.
Yeah, that pissed me off. That was the one thing
that takes it away. It would be, or like even a cool video mode, so like you can get the perfect angle of you doing the shitty cat things.
Because the first time I really wanted a photo mode is the first time I tripped someone over. Because then I went and walked right up next to their face and it was like, meow. And I just wanted to like photo mode. Because the robot's face, the way it landed, it was like it was looking at me as I was meowing right next to its face, being like, you motherfucker. And I just really wanted to get a good photo mode of that. I tried to take some screenshots, but I just couldn't get like.
I'm sure that's something I'll add later. But
yeah, that's sort of annoying. But yeah. Yeah, I'm saying, as I said, I'm saying, like, if you're planning on playing it, I'd say ignore some of the reviews and stuff going on social media just because of the length of the game and, like, how much the enjoyment comes from just, I think, learning, exploring and learning a lot of the story and, like, elements about the world yourself. that's just something I tried to just like, not go too deep on in my review or even talking about here because I just think it's going to ruin it. Because as I said, even the first 10 minutes, I was like, I don't recall this being mentioned in any trailers. I'm not mentioning it.
All the trailers are very,
similar.
Not very.
Yeah, they were very similar.
Very similar. Didn't really get into much of the story. They just showed a cat walking around a city.
Yeah. And the story is pretty cool. As I said, like if you get into it, I think a lot of people, you will be surprised how actually touching the story can be by the time you reach the end. But again, that's gonna rely on how much you are willing to put in to get invested in the characters and the world and everything. Rather, if you rush through it, I'm sure you'd get to the end and be like, shrug, like whatever. But
yeah, if you just mainline it.
Yeah. Like there's like one thing that happens right at the end of the game. Obviously, I'm not spoiling, but like it's one of those cool things where it's like the game's ending, it's about to end, and then they do something right in the last second before it cuts to credits, and I was like, ooh, like adds a bit of emotion to the scene, sort of thing. So keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, if you want to read my story review, it's up explosionhour.com, of course. I put way too many cat puns in it. No one could stop me. I went a bit overboard, but whatever. Come at me, bro.
Yeah, it was a lot of stretches throughout that review.
I was having way
even Simon would be like,
I had way too much fun. I was making myself laugh. I'm like, who's going to stop me? I'm like, I need to get this review done. I'm not even sending it to you to be like, can you check this? I'm like, no, there's no time. Who can stop me? No one. Like, it's done. I'm posting it. It's fucking whatever. I am powerful. Right, let's get into the news for this week and let's continue with Stray. Oh, sorry. Was that your heart? Was it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I literally hurt physically from that pun.
If you like that, check out my review. So 5-Star Games has announced that the cat game Stray is getting a physical edition that will include 6 full-colored art cards. It will release on September 28th, and you can find it on Amazon. I think it's the only place, at least according to Press Start so far. So I don't know where else you can get it, but maybe in stores. I don't know. At least not. It's not on EB Games. I checked yesterday or whatever, but. And then also, if you want a Stray cat harness and travel backpack, that's coming out as well. I assume it's going to cost an arm and a leg because that's coming from America as well. So, but that is the thing. It is pretty cute if you want that. It doesn't really make sense. Well, I mean, it kind of does. Like the connection is in the game. The little robot travels around in like this little backpack thing on the back of the cat. That's where the robot sits when you're jumping around. So like it comes out every now and then to talk or whatever, but then it like disappears into this little backpack thing on the cat. But this is a backpack for the cat. The cat's never in a backpack in the game, so like outrageous. Anyway, I always like these collectors. I always like these physical editions for games like this where I'm like, oh yeah, I'd love to get that and stuff like that. But I never end up getting them because I just can't. I don't want to pay that. I can't justify the money half the time. It's like when we talked about Hades and stuff.
Is it both?
What?
So you obviously get the cat travel thing, cat bed, but you also get the harness at the.
Yeah. It says the harness is a replica of the harness worn by the Cyber City cat robot sidekick, not included. So yeah. I mean, it's a harness, but I don't know.
But the cat backpack is not.
The cat backpack is just that's extra. That's just for this.
Yeah.
But
okay.
That's cool though. Like I know, like if you have a cat and you want like a limited edition Stray, I don't know how much they cost. If I click on it, $290 for the travel backpack cat thing, and then if you want the replica harness thing, that is $82 Australian. So. I have no idea how much those things cost.
Get in early before, the scalpers get them.
That's true.
That's what I say.
We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, that's cool. And then also talking about just continuing on and connect this into Stray. So you're like, oh, Dylan, you said everyone's going to be playing Stray for free. Well, you are, because in case you didn't know, Stray is free on PlayStation Plus Extra and above tiers, right? Dylan, I don't have PlayStation Plus Extra. How am I going to play it? Guess what, motherfucker? You get a free trial now. So, Eurogamer writes, Sony's 2 new PlayStation Plus subscription tiers now offer a 7-day free trial. Both the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium options will now give you 7 days to try the service before being billed. It's worth noting that these trials are not available separately. You're essentially selecting to sign up to the Extra/Premium via the various monthly, free, monthly, annual billing options just to get 7 days free up front. It's also worth noting that these trials will not show up if you're an existing PlayStation Plus subscriber. If you're eligible, you'll see the payment options for Extra Premium now at a very attractive $0 and $0 price tag. So if you haven't already signed up to any of this stuff and you want to play Stray, you can sign up for a week free, play Stray, and cancel it if you want to play the system. The fact that Stray is free with Extra is already interesting enough because it's very well reviewed, very good game. Probably going to be at least nominated in like indie, game of the year category, maybe other things. And it's highway robbery to say it's like that everyone's getting it for free, really. I mean, like, it's good, I guess. More people play it.
You're saving $50-something.
Yeah.
Australian dollars.
Mad.
Craziness.
It's crazy. Yeah. So, I mean, you can't complain. You're getting a very good game. Oh, there's no good PlayStation Plus deals. Oh. You're getting one of the year's best games so far. Sure. I don't know where it falls into that category, but it's definitely one of the year's best games. So, recommended playing. In other PlayStation news this week, they have announced a new loyalty program. So Press Start writes, PlayStation Stars is a free loyalty program where you can earn points and redeem them for PSN credit and games. This could be, so PlayStation has now announced PlayStation Stars, which is a free loyalty program. They'll let you earn points for playing games each month, as well as taking part in specific campaigns and activities when it launches later this year. This could be anything from earning a trophy, being the first to platinum a game, or winning a tournament. Just for playing a game each month, you'll earn points, what PlayStation is calling a monthly check-in. All gamers who sign up to the PlayStation Stars loyalty program will earn points that can be redeemed in a catalog of items that include PlayStation Store products, as well as PSN wallet funds. PlayStation Plus members that sign up for PlayStation Stars will earn points on purchases for PlayStation Store credits as well. PlayStation has also announced that PlayStation Stars will have digital collectibles, quote unquote. These are digital representations of iconic PlayStation franchises that will be able to be collected and displayed digitally. So I'm going to go out here and just tackle that last part first because I've seen a lot of jokes about it being NFTs. The idea of digital collectibles or digital like figurines and stuff that you can have in games that's part of collectibles, that long existed before NFTs. I just want to even think about, you're going to tell me that all those like cool PlayStation controllers and stuff that you could collect in Astro's Playroom, are they NFTs now? Is that the joke? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not paying for them. As long as you're not paying for them, they're not NFTs. Just giving someone a digital object, like a collectible object, has as long existed as something you can earn in games and other things. So let's take
if they give you something that you can't resell and is of no value and has no blockchain attached to it.
Yes.
It's not an NFT.
No. Yeah. I saw a lot of NFT jokes and I'm like, no, that's not at all.
That's not what this is.
Not at all the same. So, but yeah. So, anyway.
I mean, it's of the same value, but
it's of the same value. But the point is that that's why NFTs are terrible. Like, that's the whole point. Yeah. So,
they're doing the same thing, but without all the processing power.
the negative aspects and whatever else. So.
Yeah.
What do you think of this?
That's fine.
Yeah. That's what I expected from you.
I mean, it's cool that, we can get a program and it's like, hey, if you spend money, you earn points towards potential credit. That's cool. If you play games, you get points. That's cool. I think, what is it? They're going to give extra awards for like getting the first platinum in certain games.
Like first platinum or whatever
in a time
zone or country or time zone or whatever.
Is that going to be every game or just specific titles that they've got?
Specific.
Like, here's my question. Sometimes, reviewers will get codes for the game early.
Yeah.
What if you platinum the game before the thing comes out?
I think if they want to make it fair, they should only
allow people who start the game after.
Well, yeah, just released. It's only for platinums earned between like 12:01 a.m. on release day
okay.
or something like that. Technically, that still gives reviewers
otherwise
a heads up because they could just not
otherwise Kieran over at Well Played is like rake in the points.
That's the one. Yeah, sort of. I think this is very cool. This is something that I've sort of wondered why PlayStation's done for forever. Now, I'm saying the idea's cool. We'll see how the execution goes, and if but again, even if everything they put up, like the digital things that or the wallet funds and whatever else, like let's say they come out and it's like $5 and stuff that's not very exciting or whatever, I'll be like, well, that's shit. But they can still fix the service. It's like we'll just make these things a bit more exciting as a service. I think this is a good idea. Like it just depending on what
I doubt they're going to make it more exciting. It's going to be the same monetary value as any other point system. You're going to spend way more than you get in return. So
the only other thing I find annoying about this, I was watching Pop Culture shout out for the players, like their stream, and never heard of them. No, check them out. Ryan, Max were talking about this, and I was like writing in their chat at the time, and I was pointing out how Xboxes has a service, right? Most people don't know or use it because it's shit. So it's like, oh, do these things and you can redeem like a fucking jacket for your avatar character that no one gives a shit about, right? I would say Nintendo's is actually a lot better. So Nintendo, anytime you spend money on the digital storefront, you get points that you can then turn into money. You don't need to be a PlayStation Plus or equivalent Nintendo subscriber though. So PlayStation's doing the same thing, but you need to be a PlayStation Plus subscriber. So, but
most people are, so.
Yeah, I guess most people are. But I will say if it's close, the amount of times I've actually had those points add up very quickly and being like, I've got like $10 of points sitting here. Like, it's not like I'm buying like a million Nintendo games. Like I feel like the amount you get of like, however the conversion rate between dollars spent to points that you can use later on, it works out quite well. And then of course they've had the thing where say you buy a physical Nintendo game, it comes with a code or whatever, or you just like you activate it on your Nintendo account and you get points that way. Like there's always been a way to add to these funds and stuff like that. They've then got those points you can redeem for physical items. They can be terrible, sometimes they're good. Like there's always been a mix. So sometimes it's just stuff like, hey, it's a pen, it's a pencil or whatever, like random shit. Other times it's Nintendo Switch cases and, like actual like decent items. So, I mean, if PlayStation were to get to a stage of doing something similar to that, I think that would be the way to go with these sorts of programs because even though a lot of times that Nintendo stuff isn't super exciting, sometimes at least it's usable. Like it's not it's not like just junk throwaway sort of stuff. I would like to see that it's going to like when this comes out, someone has to, and if not me, if not someone else, then me. If I don't want to, so someone else do it for me, so I don't have to. But someone will have to work out the maths, right? So it's like, hey, let's say there's a $25 PSN voucher card that you can redeem, like, and it costs however many thousands of points. Someone needs to work out like, well, how many?
What you need
like,
to do?
Do you have to spend
how many months? $1,000?
Yeah, do you have to spend $1,000 on PSN games to earn $25 back? Because at that point, that's fucking dumb, right? That is the ratio there is nowhere near good enough, I think. So that's what it's all gonna boil down to. But yeah, as for the like getting stuff look, I would love, and that's the thing, we've always talked about this before where it's like, oh, let's add a service where you can use the points you earn from getting trophies to redeem them to stuff. And the argument has always been, yeah, but then you've got people like you, Dylan, who are getting all these like cheap as piss easy platinums and you're turning them into points to do other things, which is totally fair.
To which you say, that's fine,
It is fine, because guess what? You motherfuckers can do it too. So join the party.
Actually, the best thing is you can't do it because you've already got the platinum in it.
That's true, yeah. That's a good
now
point,
we go, everybody who hasn't done it,
everyone else can go do it.
Cheap platinums.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
So if that's the case, maybe you have to put like a list of all the cheap easy platinums together so people can know which games to play to earn credit.
I'll tell you what.
This is where play to earn starts, potentially.
Play to, yeah, fucking hell. NFTs, play to earn. I mean, every
I mean, how good would it be if I got God of War Ragnarok because I played a bunch of shitty platinum games?
Get 50 platinum, $2 platinums, get God of War Ragnarok for free. You probably paid $100 and $50 platinum, $2 there each. So
yeah, but I got 50 platinums.
That's true. So that actually works out a lot better. So that's cool. The other thing I need to see is what these monthly check-in games are going to be, because I presume it's not actually going to be stuff PlayStation just like randomly sets. I bet you it's going to be partnerships and random like other stuff like that.
No, I think the monthly check-in will be just, have you played this month?
No, I mean like the game that you first platinum or like those
that
ones.
will be just be tie-ins like they had the
when they did the
Trophy
Platinum
Hunters
Cup,
thing.
yeah, it was like FIFA and all this other shit, and I'm like,
yes,
fuck off.
It'll be that.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Whatever.
Except they won't have to give away physical trophies. So that was kind of a precursor to this.
Kinda, yeah. I guess, yeah. So we'll have to wait and see what the prizes are, or redemption. I don't know. What do we call it? Stuff that you can earn, whatever. See what all that is and see if it's worth it. But as an idea, I'm aboard. Well played. July 2022's PlayStation Plus Extra Deluxe catalog update has been revealed. The fact that I have to PlayStation. Remember when we used to just say, "Here's this month's PlayStation Plus games." Now it's here's July's PlayStation Plus Extra Deluxe. Like fucking hell. Here's everything you can get. So PlayStation Plus Deluxe extra/deluxe games for July that you're getting are Stray. Just talked about it. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. That is the one with the DLC and stuff. Marvel's Avengers. Assassin's Creed Unity, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered, Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, Assassin's Creed The Ezio Collection, Saints Row 4 Re-Elected, Saints Row Get Out of Hell, Spirit of the North Enhanced Edition, Ice Age Scratchy's Nuts, Scrat's Nutty Adventure, Jumanji the Video Game, Paw Patrol on a Roll, your boy, and Ready Set Heroes. So out of that, what tickles your fancy? Anything you're going to be downloading this month, Ash?
Maybe Integrate. I never got around to playing that, so
yep,
that'd be a good addition. I feel like Ready Set Heroes was something I was interested in, but never got around to playing. And I've never played an Assassin's Creed game there, so they're all there.
You can play Assassin's Creed Black Flag to get ready for
the Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones, that's right.
Here's the interesting one. Out of that list, there is one clear Assassin's Creed game that is missing.
Which one?
Syndicate. Actually, 3 is missing as well, I guess.
I mean, there's a few missing, technically.
Well, I mean, no, 3 and Syndicate are the only ones out of that first batch.
Did they release 3? Did they remaster 3?
I don't think so.
No,
3 wasn't in the first batch, so.
Well, 3 was on PS3, though.
That's true. That could be why.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, unless they remastered it, that's why.
Yeah. I think Syndicate's on PS4.
Syndicate's on PS4. Yeah.
I don't know why that one was then.
That was after
because
Black Flag,
Odyssey and Origins and Odyssey are the only other 2 that aren't on that list.
Yeah.
And I guess Liberations, which, they've killed, so.
Yeah, so I think Syndicate came after Black Flag, though, I think.
Yes.
And then after... Sorry, no, yeah. And then after that was...
Unity.
Or the other way around. Either way, they're both after Black Flag, so maybe they'll add them eventually. Like, these ones are all roughly around the same time.
Yeah, it's just interesting that it's not there when all the other ones are. Yeah.
I mean, Kieran keeps talking about bloody Rogue last 2 weeks on whenever Black Flag comes up on. You can play Freedom Cry here. Get excited for that.
What's that?
I'm gonna play. It's like the DLC or whatever. The same as Freedom Cry is the DLC, but then for Black Flag, I think, and then they like just released it as a separate thing. So I don't know.
As you do.
Paw Patrol though, easy platinum.
Oh,
I've heard. That's why I'm excited. Easy platinum. I didn't want to pay $50-$60 to buy the game myself. This is a thing of this sets me up. Because if this is a sign of things to come, if I can get one easy platinum,
is that another list you need to put together? Like, what's the easiest platinum every month?
Well, here it is. Based on what I know, even though I haven't done it, Paw Patrol in a Roll is going to be.
I suspect that would be the easiest platinum out of those.
I suspect that would be the pick. I have no idea if Jumanji has a plat, but I don't recall seeing many people get it. Ice Age, Scratch These Nuts. I don't know. Is this game? Let's have a look. Let's do it live. Let's look up Scratch These Nuts. What's the game called?
Ice Age Scratch's Nutty Adventure.
That's not a real game. It's got no trophies.
Yeah.
I don't see anything coming up. This game doesn't have trophies. It's not a real game. I got nothing coming up for Ice Age. I got Ice Age 3 Dawn of Dawn. Oh no, hold on, I got it. Never mind, I got it. It says 67% average completion. All right, hold on. There's a trophy guide here by Tooth Boss. Difficulty 2 out of 10. 2 playthrough 7 hours. Yeah, I mean, let's put that in second place. I'm gonna say that Paw Patrol in the Roll is still the easiest, probably. PlayStation Plus classic games. You only got No More Heroes allowed PSP game, and then Loco Roco Midnight Carnival PSP game. So there you go. It's a.
Heard people are very happy No Heroes Allowed as a game.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a popular franchise, I guess, but it was stuck on PSP. I don't know. Did it get released anywhere else? No idea. How would you rate this as far as first month post the whole world getting it? Post June. I
mean, solid. I mean, it makes sense seeing as they've got this partnership with Ubisoft that there's a bunch of Ubisoft games just suddenly drop. Also, yeah. It's kind of surprising they weren't there at launch, but
yeah,
whether they're saving them or whatever,
just spread them out so they have stuff to release every month.
And there were 3 games that were rumored or
they were
announced.
Listed in a different country, and then they were taken down afterwards. But I don't recall any of them being that exciting anyway.
Dino Crisis, Ridge Racer 2, and Soul Calibur Broken Destiny.
Yeah,
so probably
coming. My only criticism is the classics section. I need more PS1 games.
Why?
Because I just eventually they're going to hit some stuff that I'm excited about, like Siphon Filter or something. I need Siphon Filter 2, Siphon Filter 3.
Okay.
2, 3. Ash?
They did 2 and 3?
Croc. No, they haven't. They haven't done 2 or 3.
No, they actually made those originally.
Yeah, there's 3 games on the PS1. Then there's Logan's Shadow. No. Is that what it's called? There's a PS2 game, which we won't get. Then there's 2 PSP games, which we can still get.
I mean, if they don't get every
there's
single...
There's 5 Siphon Filters to come, Ash.
Wow, that's way more than I thought there was.
There's a very popular franchise.
Is it?
Yes.
I mean, if every single first-party PS1 and PS2 game is on this service in the next 12 months, it's kind of like...
I'll be pissed off.
Shocked. Although, Nintendo's been drip feeding their classics 1 or 2 a month, so.
Here's your history. Siphon Filter, 1999. The plot centers on special agents Gabriel Logan and Leanne Zing, who are tasked by the United States government to apprehend an international terrorist named Eric Romer. 1 year later, Ash, Siphon Filter 2 comes out in 2000. The plot picks up immediately after the previous Siphon Filter war ended. Gabe sets out to cure the virus while being targeted as a terrorist by the US government. Fuck. Siphon Filter 3. 1 year later again, 2001. They're fucking banging them out. Gabe and his team are suspected of treason. Summoned to prove their innocence. That's right. Mission Impossible ripped off the plot of these games. Summoned to prove their innocence, the team recounts the incidents that led to this moment. In the background, Gabe moves to rid the world of Siphon Filter once and for all. 3 years later, Siphon Filter, the Mega Strain, 2004. On the PS2, Gabe, now commander of a government agency, leads global investigation on viral outbreaks in order to stop a deadlier strain of the titular virus from emerging. Unlike previous games, the main protagonist is IPCA recruit Cobra. Not from the franchise Cobra. Or from the franchise. The one that...
JoJo.
That's the one, G.I. Joe. Well, Gabe and Leanne appear as supporting NPCs. And then they were like, fuck that PS2 shit. We're going to PSP, motherfucker. Siphon Filter Dark Mirror 2006. Following a mixed reception of Amiga Strain, Dark Mirror has returned to the series' roots. Gabe Logan investigates a terrorist incident in an Alaskan oil refinery, only to discover a big conspiracy around the titular Dark Mirror. This is the first siphon filter developed for PlayStation Portable. The PlayStation 2 port removed multiplayer and mature content, but destroyed the rollability. Fuck that PS2 port. And then the last game in the franchise was Siphon Filter Logan Shadow in 2007, and it's serving as a direct sequel to Dark Mirror. Gabe receives a mission to retrieve stolen military equipment from Somali pirates while discovering that his partner Leanne could be a double agent. Oh, fuck. That's right.
Dude.
There's a long history franchise here. There's 6 games in the franchise, 7 if we're including Days Gone. I don't know if anyone else includes that other than me, but you know, part of the franchise. So where are they? Where's Croc? Where's Croc 2? Where's those games that Kim's always on about? Legacy of Kai or whatever. What's that game called?
Where is
Soul Reaver?
Where is Legend of Dragoon?
Where's Legend of Dragoon?
Where's all the other games that we thought?
With all these games. That,
all the games
what's McCall's remaking?
Yeah.
Yep, where are they? Where's Metal Gear Solid 1?
The Blue Point is making, yeah.
Yeah. Blue Point Games.
Where is the Blue Point? Yeah.
Fuck off. Right, last news story of the week. Press start rights. God of War Ragnarok pre-orders went live this morning. That was days ago. After 10 days of forewarning from PlayStation, this included the God of War Ragnarok JOTNAR edition as well as the collector's edition, with the former being a JB Hi-Fi exclusive and the later being an EB Games exclusive. Let's pause on that at the moment. Was that surprising? I was surprised to see that. The big collector's edition everyone wanted was actually a JB collector's edition.
No, I think that's pretty. I think there's been a few like that where the more expensive one has gone to JB.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I don't pay enough attention, but despite the fact that most collectors seem to be upset that neither edition included a disc, the collector's edition managed to stay in stock for a solid 2 to 3 hours, whilst the JOTNAR edition came and went on the JB Hi-Fi website in less than literally 2 minutes. JOTNAR edition, $400 Australian, was an extra $80 above the collector's edition and includes items such as 7-inch vinyl cloth map and a pin set ring. As soon as the JOTNAR edition sold out, scalpers took to eBay listing the item for $1,100 to $1,500, with several listings already being picked up for well over $1,000, nearly triple the price of the item itself. Just like the Horizon Forbidden West Regalia edition, it's expected that no more of these products will be produced, which is sad. Yep, typical.
Yep.
I don't know why people buy them though. That's the part that annoys me. Like, I know we've said this before about like PS5s and whatever else, but I'm like, if you don't, like, it's one thing, like, if someone buys something, right? Because I don't know if people understand this, right? The only way that people get away with this stuff is they pop down their $400 dues. Their plan is to resell it and make a profit, right?
I mean, not even that at the moment. They only have to put the money down for a pre-order, so.
No, JB Hi-Fi, you have to pay the full amount.
Oh, you have to pay the full? Okay.
EB Games, you can do a deposit. JB will take everything.
Yeah.
So they put down their money. They post on eBay. If you don't buy it off them, they're stuck. Like, so the only way these people get away with it is if you buy the stuff. So if you stop fucking giving in and be like, oh, I missed out on the fucking axe thing, I'll spend $1,000. Don't.
No, don't. At worst, wait them out.
Wait them out.
At worst, they'll just sell it for cost.
That's where you get them. Mind game these motherfuckers, right? I'm not trying to say what they're doing is fine. It's horrible.
Yeah.
But like the only way we win and fight back is if everyone collectively puts their foot down and agrees to stop buying off scalpers.
Yep.
Put your foot down. Don't buy it. Wait for them to drop the price. Don't buy it. Don't even buy it from retail. Wait for them to drop it further. Make sure they lose money. Really stick it to them. I don't care if it takes 5 years. Long game.
Long game.
Right? Long game. Fucking, who's got $1,500 out there to spend on a collector's edition?
Not me.
Come on. Not me. Come on.
It's definitely not going to be worth $15,000 at any point.
No fucking way. It doesn't even have a game.
You know that code is only valid for 12 months, right?
That code's going to be used when you get that shit. There's no way these motherfuckers aren't using that code. Or selling it separately. I bet you they sell it separately.
That's what I said. He was like, oh, just... exactly.
That's what I reckon
they could just not include the disc. No, you would notice the disc is missing.
The disc is missing. You'll have no game.
You'll have a valid thing to go, hey, the disc is missing. eBay, refund my money.
Imagine if eBay doesn't even look into it. They're like, you're right. This is not a complete collector's edition because there's no disc. But there's a case.
But if it's in the code is there. Technically, just because it doesn't work doesn't mean it's not there.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you ever brought like a pre-owned copy of a game from EB Games? Someone's obviously taken in EB Games, pre-owned. They've left all the DLC codes in there and everything, and I've tried to redeem them all just to see if any would work. They're all redeemed. At which point I'm like, that's fine, like it's pre-owned, but why did you put them? Why did you bring them? Like, why did you put them in the case? Just chuck them out. Then take the game to EB Games and get rid of it. That's dumb. Yeah.
And you can't put it on the people at EB Games because there's no way to check the codes.
There's no way to check. So yeah, even the dude
it's not like you put it in and go, oh, they're valid. I'll undo them.
Yeah, you can't.
Accidentally written them.
There's no check. So they have to go, well, this person's brought this game in with the pieces of paper with codes. I'm going to assume that the codes work. And I'm going to put them on the shelf. And then they fuck me. So why they would fuck them and fuck me is fucked.
It's beyond me. It's on them. It's beyond them and on you.
It's beyond me and them, yeah. Why they would fuck me and them like that. Ridiculous. All right. That'll do it for this week's episode of Platinum Explosion. Let us know any comments, questions, concerns you have about cats. Why they're assholes sometimes. I don't know. All those
Nothing like veterinary. We can't solve. No, I
can't answer that. Just like
problems. Why does my cat keep spewing? I don't know.
Yeah, just stop feeding it. Whatever you're feeding it, probably switch it up. Get something else.
I'm glad you finished that sentence.
No, keep feeding it, but maybe something different that doesn't cause it the problem. There's my non-vegetarian advice. Like, that's just trying to use common sense. I don't know. You can do that on Twitter, Discord, explosionnetwork.com/Twitter, explosionnetwork.com/Discord. If you liked this episode and thought it was worth $1, head on over to explosionnetwork.com/support to buy us a coffee. And until next week, remember, every trophy counts. And they really do. They're worth money now. So
they could,
They could buy you God of War Ragnarok.
Or you could hold off and then wait till they start counting this money.
That's true. Played long game.
They still counted before. So
played a long game for trophies, played a long game for scalpers.